hosts, guests, and callers who are responsible for their content and do not reflect the opinions of In Touch Radio or its staff.
Crazy babies.
Oh yeah, I've been telling y'all, drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid, cause the Bucks in Tampa Bay. And we played in the Super Bowl. Every say.
Buccaneer. Hot patch like a Buccaneer. You ain't a Buccaneer.
Hey man, I like how you put me in there, man. It's a great morning. It's a great morning. You know, you mic'd up on Monday morning with yours truly, Michael Clayton, and let's get it cracking right off the bat. Right off the bat.
Off the bat.
We have some interesting topics today that I might get in trouble for by my wife. But we're going to try to do this. Now, before I start getting emails and text messages and Facebook inboxes from ladies, I want y'all to know something. All right. Today is from a man's perspective about the topics that we're going to be talking about. So I'm not the expertise in coming from a woman. So I'm going to give you a man's perspective on our certain topics today, and I'm going to do my best to relate a message to benefit both men and women based upon my personal experience. I'm not an expert, but I am the expert in my own life, and I do know what I go through. And today I had a few things on my heart. Talked to producer here, Bezel Bone, and he said he encouraged me to come on in. Last night was a very late night for me, as our Tampa Bay Buccaneers go on to what is our record? 3-1. 3-1. The first quarter of the season, pretty much in the books. Wasn't the best looking football game, but a win is a win is a win. And I had the great pleasure of dissecting the game last night. So right off the bat, man, you know, we're going to get into a little Bucks talk and tell you a little bit about what's going on with our team. Later on in the show, if you stay tuned with us, one of the topic of discussions will be, drum roll please, 10 things men need. Yes, 10 things men need. And I'm specifically talking about married men because I'm not single. I'm married. But 10 things men need in a relationship, to be more specific. I'm going to try to, I've been going through a lot of things, and as we all do. And I love to learn. I love to learn about myself. I love to learn about the atmosphere, the world, what we're going through. And I do my best to try to get better in all that I do. And nobody's perfect. And so my best friend, she don't know this, and it's sad that she don't know this. But my wife is my best friend simply because I learned the most from her. And I really need to kind of talk about a few things and get a few things in the airway because, this is my therapy. Sometimes when you become an influencer or you're recognizable in the public eye, it's very difficult at times to talk about your truth. Now, I've learned to be transparent simply because I love my community, and I've learned that there's a lot of great people who love people and who have offered me some life-changing advice that has benefited me and my family in a tremendous way. So I don't mind getting on the airways and giving my heart to the people who are willing to listen, simply because I know that in return, I may get something that can benefit me. And so today we're going to try to go over 10 things that men need in a relationship. It seems I've been married going on 16 years. I got 5 kids. And the man that I was in the beginning of my marriage, I was playing football. I was young. I got married at 23 years old. I'm not that man anymore. I was a young man. I mean, I was better looking than I am now. My body was, had muscles and all of these good things. I had a certain confidence about me, certain swag about me, certain number in my bank account back in the day. That does something to a man when you got a little money. And sometimes it ain't always good what it does to you. So be careful. But I wasn't the man that I am today is not the man that I was when I was younger. I'm 38 years old now. I got married at 23, and I had a discussion with my wife, and some things that I said back in the day, my wife still holds in her heart. Specifically, before we get into the other things, and I'm just trying to set up where I'm going with this week's episode. When I was playing, when you're training in the NFL, you got to take care of your body, and you do off-season training. And the typical schedule for NFL guys or anybody in the professional ranks, you go off on your own. You may go out to L.A., you may go out to Arizona, you may go out to New York, you may go to a place where you're away from everybody, where you could just focus on working out. Usually or typically it's in a group. You have a group of guys, and you just to yourself, getting your work in, building your body up. And so for sometimes it's months at a time. But because I got married at such a young age, it didn't feel comfortable with me leaving. Now, I wanted to go, and I knew that I needed to go. And when I was young, I said something really dumb to my wife. I was like, you're the reason why my career ain't going better, because I can't go out and train, and I got to stay home with you, and I just want to go. And she was saying, well, go on then, go on. But the reality, I ain't feel comfortable going, and I was trying to put that on her. All right, I was young and dumb. All right, emphasis on the dumb. All right. And my wife, we had a conversation this year. We have the great pleasure of being honored for our 10-year reunion for our Super Bowl 46 championship that I was a part of with the New York Football Giants. And she kind of said to me, I don't feel the same when you're honored, because you always put that blame on me that you could have been better if I would have carried myself in a different way. And it broke my heart. It broke my heart because of the stupidity that was spewing out of my mouth when I was young and dumb. And it also broke my heart that, 14 years later, she still holds on to that. And, everybody is different, So word to the wise men, words can cut. And you're not always going to be forgiven, okay? So regardless of how old you are, you have to be able to mind what you say. Pay attention to what you say, because your words have power to the point to where it can be detrimental to your relationship 15 years later. And, I kind of went through a little thing. So, I had something on my chest that I want to kind of get off and, talk about a little bit, and maybe I might get some advice from our listeners. Maybe not, I don't know. Secondly, one of our topic of discussions that, we're going to try to get to if we have enough time is the topic of dating daughters, okay? I was hit with a whammy one day, matter of fact, I was hit with 3-4 whammies. There you go, all right? And my wife calls me and she says, hey, tomorrow at the volleyball game, my daughter plays volleyball, this little boy wants to come and watch my daughter play volleyball. And I'm like, in my mind, and this is not all men, okay? Some men don't care about that. Some men don't have no relationship with their kids. Some men are very free-flowing and really don't care about who their children interact with. I have 5 kids. I got 4 daughters. My oldest daughter is 19, so every child is different, so I've learned some things. So with my 15-year-old daughter, I I'm a little bit more hands-on than I was with my 19-year-old because my 19-year-old didn't grow up in the home with me. She grew up in the home in Houston with her mother. So I don't play that. You know what I mean? Like I'm real protective about my daughter. Like if she want to go to a gathering or if she wants to go to a party or something like that or something like that, like daddy's gonna be in the vicinity. You know, you want to go to the mall and hang out. You know, I'm gonna drop you off and I'm gonna be in the parking lot. You know, I'm gonna take off work. I'm gonna do what's necessary. And I told my daughter, I said, listen, baby, I'm sorry, but that's just your life. You know, it's gonna be your life until you turn, you know, at least you're a junior in high school. She's just a sophomore. And that's just gonna be your life. Daddy's gonna be there to protect you. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna give you your space. I'm gonna let you do your thing. But if anything ever goes down, I promise you, Daddy's gonna be within arm's reach, or you know, within walking reach. And that's the promise I made to my daughter, and that's how I roll. So my wife hits me with the whammy, 3-4 whammies, and she says this little boy is coming to the game, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute, okay, wait a minute. I'm like, listen, who is this boy, first of all? Who is it? Because I don't know nothing about it. And so I learned that my wife knew the guy for like, you know, maybe a week. Not knew him, but knew of him for about a week or maybe longer than that. But she didn't tell me. She kept it from me. And then she only gave me 18 hours to kind of process what's going to happen the next day. And you know, every man is different, but I needed to know, but I needed more time than 18 hours, because the reality is that it don't help the young man out if I don't know who he is or what he about. It doesn't help him out at all, you know. So, and I want to make sure that I kind of grow and evolve with the culture and the times. I don't want to stay in the old times like my parents was, you know. I want to grow, and I want to give my daughter the type of respect that she's desiring that's appropriate for the time that we live in. And you giving me 18 hours to tell me that somebody's coming to see my daughter play volleyball, that just wasn't enough time for me. So we kind of got into an argument. She was like, why you ain't on the same page? I'm like, well, we in a different book, because you knew about it weeks ago, months ago.
I just opened up the book. I just opened it up.
I just got the book in my hand, and I'm trying to. You gave me
the title.
You gave me an 80-page book, and you want me to know all about the book, and you just handed me the book, and I'm like, I'm frustrated. I'm upset. I'm thinking about my daughter's playing volleyball. You in college. I'm trying to get you to go get a free scholarship, and a boy coming to see you play volleyball, that might be a distraction. I don't know. So tomorrow ain't the time for me to meet no boy. I'm just saying. And I said, listen, I don't want to meet no guy. He better not come talk to me. So I was just real, you know. I was an a-hole a little bit, you know, just like he better not come talk to me. Oh, what she said that kind of ignited the bomb was he may come up to talk to you. He want to meet you. And I was like, wait a minute. Oh, hell no. No. That ain't what we're going to do. Because back in the old times, a daughter is going to bring the boy home to meet the parents, right?
Yeah.
That's what's appropriate in the day that I grew up in. So no boy is going to like force himself to meet me. Like,
I'm going to meet the daddy.
No, you're not going to meet the daddy. You know, when my daughter is comfortable for you to meet me, then she going to bring you to meet me, and I'm not going to meet you before then. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. It ain't going to happen. So, you know, we kind of got into that little discussion and kind of got into some blows. And I was just trying to get her to listen. I need to know. As soon as you know, I need to know. As soon as you know a name, you need to just run that name off to me so I can start the process so I'm not as angry or protective when I meet the dude. Lo and behold, I didn't want to meet the dude. My daughter had the game. After the game, she actually brought the dude up to me. And, you know, I had a little interaction with the dude, and, you know, it was fine. It was fine. I thought he was actually an ugly little dude, too. And I told my daughter, I said, man, this is an ugly little dude. But it was dark, all right? To his credit, it was dark. And then, you know, when I saw him in the light, I had to tell him to his face, man, I thought you was ugly. You a good-looking young man. All right, I can dig it. I can dig it. Well, listen, coming up, we're gonna spout out into a little Bucks talk. I know I rambled my mouth. 10 things that men need. And we're going to try to get into this daughters dating conversation. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back. You mic'd up on Monday morning with yours truly, Michael Clayton. We're coming back.
You don't have to. Listen in every Sunday to Reverend Dr. Maurice Johnson. Voice your victory from the Memphis Christian Center at 11 a.m. Central Time and 12 noon Eastern Time on In Touch Radio.
Call Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer? I got the man to do the legwork for you. We tried the other ones before, so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay, call Ricky, he coming. He taking care of state of Florida, grab a pen of sundown. 184-361-RICK. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky, is a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and getting you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
Hi, this is Angela Birdsong, and during the week, I'm affectionately known as the Medicare lady. Do not try to navigate Medicare without me. Please call me at 813-476-4837. I also do life insurance, and I will help people who are Medicare, Medicaid. Once again, 813-476-4837. 4837.
Too easy, baby.
Oh yeah, I've been telling y'all, drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid, cause the GOAT's in Tampa Bay. And we playing in the Super Bowl.
We playing in the Super Bowl. And we rolling, man. We rolling. I love that song, man. Last year, that's a good song, man.
Great song.
I'm trying to remember who put that together. Mike Twice
And J-Rock Jones.
and J-Rock Jones, man. They brought that to me last year, and they was like, man, we got this song, and it was just ringing in my ear, and I was like, man, I like that. I said, man, I can rap on it too now. Don't think I can't get down now. I'm a writer now. And I put down a little music for them boys. And it turned out okay. And the thing that I loved about it the most was this was during the season. This was before the Super Bowl even happened. So we kind of spoke things into existence. So the song was very fitting. Shouts out to Mike Twice and J-Rock Jones for that music, man. All right, so let's get into this thing, man. 10 things men need, all right? I'm coming to you from an open heart, okay? A heart of learning from over 15 years of marriage. You know, back in the day, you know, I was a young Casanova, you know. I played the field. I always remained single for the most of my life because, you know, I like to just, you know, play the field until I found that one. I did eventually once I got to the pros, 23 years old. I got hitched. And there's a lot of things that I learned that men need, okay? And I want you ladies to know this, you know, who are out there who are trying to make your relationship work. You may be going through some turbulence right now. I want you to know that that's very common in all marriages and all relationships. You're going to go through tough times, and you got to try to figure out the antidotes so that you can weather these storms. You know, one of my main things, what I use. Let me see if I carry this good book with me everywhere I go. I carry a good book with me because this keeps me sane. And it gives me knowledge of how I need to carry myself, but sometimes people not always into that. And sometimes you just need to hear a person's voice. You need advice from experience, And sometimes that's good enough. So today I'm gonna kind of spot off the things that I've learned that, men truly need. And I'm when I talk to you, I'm talking to you from the times where I felt the best, my very best self. And not necessarily these things came from my wife. Maybe it came from my mother. Maybe it came from my sister. Maybe it came from just a member of the community that made me feel like I wanted to feel. And if we could find a way to kind of combine all of these things, I think that we would be better. So number one, and this is in no specific order except for the last one, because I'm going to say the last one because it's the best one and probably the most important one. Married couples only. All right, but starting off, men need support. Number one, men need support. In life, sometimes it's tough for men to maintain jobs. Sometimes it's tough to get jobs. Sometimes it is tough to get raises in this world, depending on what part of the country you live in. If you're in the South, being a man of color is, sometimes very difficult to navigate through careers, and you find some bumpy roads. And it is very important for when you're in a relationship that a man gets support from his woman. What does support look like? I mean, support is like a hug when you come home from work. Asking about your day, like, baby, how did your day go? What are you going through? Being intentional about trying to help us, because, I read in the good book that God created everything and it was good. But then he created this thing called man, okay? And the first thing that he ever said about man was, wait a minute, wait a minute. I created man, which was good, but it is not good for man to be alone. The first thing that wasn't so good in the Bible, all right? And I say, man, in our built-in DNA, we need to organically be connected with someone to make us whole. That is how God created us. He created us for relationship. And within that relationship is our mate to help us be the very best man we can be. And it starts with, in my opinion, it starts with support. You can be creative in many different ways to support your man. I just recommend that you be intentional about these 10 things, and one of them is support. The next one is encouragement. Men go through a lot of down moments. We all go through a lot of down moments, and I tell you, ladies, don't be like that, ladies. Well, women go through that too. I know that, but it really ain't about you today. It ain't. All right, it ain't. And the difference is the stigma and the responsibilities of a man are different in this culture that we live in. Matter of fact, it's always been that way. I know that there's a lot of successful women out there who are independent, who want to do things on their own, and I respect that. I love that. My wife's a doctor. She's very successful, and she does her thing. But from a man's perspective, I gotta believe that in every man's heart, it's in your DNA to be a provider. And when things get tough, where you paycheck to paycheck, you got kids, you fall on tough times, that's a blow to your pride. And sometimes, men, if you're not rooted in the right things, you can go down a dark spiral. Some men fall into drinking. Some men relate to, fall into smoking weed all day because you want to numb the pain. You want to numb the embarrassment of, your life and how it's going. Listen, we go through that. One of the best things that we could have at all times is a woman by our side that gives us and feeds us encouragement for us to keep going. It's like our gas in our vehicle. You can't drive that car if it ain't got no gas. Well, that encouragement is putting that 93 octane in the tank and giving us the energy that we need to go out and slave for our families, doing whatever's necessary to put food on the table, to put money in the bank, and to put security over your head. So encouragement is one of those things that I say, hey, man, ladies, let's be intentional about our encouragement. Listen, it takes a man to another level. You as a woman have the power to take your man to the next level. He may not be there yet. But the reason why you were designed, ladies, is because you are the best part of us who allows us the avenues to get to where we desire to be. And, you know, I'm telling you from truth.
Yeah, and we also, like to prove that we could do that. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So we don't want to be held down, not being able to complete, or not being able to provide the rightful sources that we need. And, for us to be as men, we need that support. You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
man. You need support and you need encouragement. All right, number 3, we need reassurance. All right. We need reassurance that whatever we going through, that if you made a commitment to me for a lifetime, I'm talking to married couples now. I can't talk about singles. I don't know that life. I'm way removed from that life. So I'm talking to my married people. We need reassurance that, hey, you right there by my side. A lot of women sometimes when things get hard, they'll be like, this joker can't hold a job. That you come with your backsided statements. You try to degrade your man. That's never a good thing. That's never a good thing. Men need to be reassured that you're going to stand by me through thick and thin. All right. When you said your vows, all right, in front of God, and you said till death do us part, through good or for bad. I forget, we said it. I don't know. A lot of us didn't mean it. We said it, but we didn't mean it. But a lot of men say, man, I'm giving up the player's life. I'm giving up this life. I'm dedicating my life to this one woman, and I need to know on a consistent basis that if I do go through tough times, that my woman is reassuring me that you're going to stick by me through the thick and thin, and you're going to be my helpmate, and you're going to be my support system that pulls me out of the dark moments if I'm not capable of doing it for myself. I'm going to speed this up. The number 4th thing that men need forgiveness. We all need forgiveness, but men need forgiveness because, we some fools. All right, I'm just being honest with you. Sometimes we do the stupidest things, which is why he created us and said, I created you, but you just stupid. You dumb. You dumb and you need help. All right? And along with that help, listen, we need to be forgiven because men, sometimes we do things and we don't think. We're tunnel vision. We're thinking about one thing. We're thinking about providing. We're thinking about providing, and we'll work for 48 hours straight, and we won't talk to you at all. And the only thing, we happy that, man, I was able to go make $1,000. I was able to go make a few $100s. I worked hard for 48 hours, but I didn't speak to my family. In your mind, you happy as a man because you got that track that you're on that tunnel vision where I'm providing, and it's okay, but you ain't did your full job, okay? You ain't did your full job. So sometimes it takes time for men to learn the process of relationship, what it takes to maintain a relationship, and how to nurture a relationship. I didn't know how to do that when I was 23 years old. I had money, and I thought, hey, man, I'm famous. I'm a football player, got millions of dollars pouring in. Any woman would want to be with me. So listen, all right, just sit there and let me do my thing. I'm going to take care of us, and you're going to be blessed. I'm going to get you all of the bags. Like, this is how we think. We think materialistic things when we're young and dumb. We need to be forgiven for that ignorant mindset, because I believe that, we all go through that, and we all got to learn, and we need forgiveness. All right. We need forgiveness. All right. Number 5, men need honor. Men need honor. And I'm going to double down. Men need honor and respect. It's tough to go through life dedicating your life to someone who does not honor you. I would say 9 times out of 10 that a man would prefer honor and respect more than he would love. I don't need you to tell me you love me at all. But I do need you to respect me, because that's a part of my manhood. That's what keeps me strong in these streets. when you honor me. I can keep my eyes moving forward when little K or little Q or little Susie or little Megan walk by, and she's something that the eyes want to look at. When you honor and you respect your man, that deposits that uprightness in a man. I'm honored and respected at home, so I don't have to navigate to things that ain't good for me, because I love that honor and respect that I get from my woman. And the reason why she honors and respects me is because I live my life a certain way. All right? That honor and respect, man, goes a long way in a relationship. And if you can find a way to get into that mode of honoring and respecting your husband, I'm telling you, not only does it do something special for your relationship outside of the relationship in terms of respect for the relationship, but man, for that man, it's like having a golden heart. You know, when you got a person who honors and respects you for who you are and what you do. Those are just nuggets. All right, how much time we got?
You can finish.
All right. Yeah, we got a few more. So the next thing men need organization. All right, we so sloppy at times. I mean, we out of control. Our stuff is all over the place. We don't do taxes right sometimes. We don't open mail. You know, we'll go to the grocery store and we'll buy things that don't even go together. You know, we need some order in our life. And I believe that the woman was like designed. She was designed. Order is built into the woman. All right. Ain't no order in the man. All right. Ain't no order. We all out of order is what we are. We like that ATM machine with no money. What you good for? What you good for? You just taking up space. You know, we out of order. So a woman has an opportunity to provide organization to a man that enhances the family's life, enhances the man's life, and he sees value. He says, man, my life out of order, man, once he get a woman who brings order to his life, he says, man, I ain't never going back to that mindset. I ain't never leaving this woman. I'm always going to be there for that woman, because an organized life is just it's just something that's true. I remember when I ain't never had to worry about opening the mail no more. And that was my wife's job. You know, just open the mail, pay the bills, and you ain't got to worry about nothing. Like, I just want you to do that for me, because it's overwhelming. And when a man get overwhelmed, he's not the same. He don't father the same. He's not the same husband. He's not the same friend when a man gets overwhelmed. And that organization can kind of bring some solace to a man's mindset and a relationship. All right, number 3, we need a confidant. We need somebody that we can confide in, okay? We need a friend to talk to. We need somebody that we can be weak with. You hear me, ladies? You know, it's not cool in this world, in this culture, for a man to cry. But let me tell you, behind closed doors, a man got them tears in his eyes. When life hits you upside your noggin, all right, that real life, you get fired from your job, or that work that you're doing, it just ain't satisfying to you, and you need somebody to talk to. You need your woman to be that number one confidant, your best friend. We need somebody we can get weak with. If your man is ever in a situation where he's pouring his heart out to you, don't you ever be like, nigga, man up. Oh, man up.
Suck it up.
Suck it up. Please don't do that. Don't be that person. It's different for a man. You know, it ain't cool for a man to be weak, but we all weak. In some way, in some shape or form, we all have our weaknesses, and we got to get that off our chest, and we got to have somebody to talk to. And when we can spit those things to our woman, I'm talking, man, it builds a man up. I'm just telling you. All right. The next thing, a man need food.
We got to eat.
We got to eat. You got to feed that belly. You got to. If you out there and you got estrogen rolling through your body and you don't know how to put something on the pots, I'm telling you now, that's not a good thing. It ain't hard to whip up a 20-minute spaghetti. It ain't hard to throw a skillet on and put some olive oil in there, a little Tony Sashers. You ain't even got to use that. Just salt and pepper. Put a little chicken breast on there and put a little brown on that chicken breast. We like that brown on that chicken breast and some rice. That's all we need. Chicken breast and rice. If you could do that, oh, that smell, that aroma. I'm telling you, it does something to a man to have a full belly. I'm telling you, you've been waiting a long time. Some of y'all been waiting a long time to get married. Some of y'all been waiting a long time to get married. You ain't cooked not one piece of chicken. Now, you can't even warm up chicken McNuggets. All right? Come on. I'm telling you. If you learn how, and cooking is very easy. Don't make this difficult. It's very easy. I can cook anything because I'm from Louisiana. I learned how to cook a long time ago. Listen, it's so easy. Don't be discouraged, ladies. You can put that together and you can feed that man's belly. And that's going to take you to another place. I've never had a bad meal from my wife. I don't want to go out to restaurants, which is a bad thing. I don't want to take my wife out on a date. Now, I'm not saying I don't want to take my wife on a date, but I look forward to the home-cooked meal more than a restaurant meal just because I love my wife's cooking, and that's one thing that I enjoy. And that's one of the main reasons, like I ain't never dealt with no infidelity in my relationship because of what I got. Because of what I got. I don't have those issues. I want to walk that straight and narrow. Now, I ain't perfect. But I want to walk that straight and narrow every day intentionally because I love those meals at nighttime.
And the customer service that you get is better.
My goodness.
Better at home.
It's like food to the soul. The last one and the most important one, ladies. 10 things a man need. I hope y'all been taking notes. But this one, my friend, is the absolute most important thing.
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll, please. Oh, a man needs some loving. Woo. I'm talking kissing and hugging. All right? I'm talking oneness. I'm talking about when two come together as one. That's
Unity.
what I'm Hercules,
baby.
is what I'm talking about. A man needs that loving, all right? Often. If you are a lady out there and you like, my man ain't taking me out on no date and I ain't giving him nothing. I'm talking to married people now. Let's keep it right. Keep it righteous now. I'm talking to married people. Single people, if you giving up, ladies, if you single out there and you giving up them pink cookies in a plastic bag, I promise you it's going to go the opposite of you married. Because men, once we get it, we may not want it no more. It might not be all that it cracked up to be. I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and finish this, man. I like it, man. You mic'd up on Monday mornings with yours truly, Michael Clayton. Y'all stay tuned. We're coming back.
Oh, yeah, I've been telling y'all. Drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid, because the GOAT's in Tampa Bay. And we playing in the Super Bowl.
Buccaneer. One eye patch like a Buccaneer. How you wanna ship you in a Buccaneer? 12 shots on me like a Buccaneer. Diamonds on me shining cause a Buccaneer. Big stock deep.
For all your national and local entertainment news, not to mention your favorite smooth soul and R&B flavors, log on to the letter N-touchnews.com.
Cancer affects everyone, but minority populations are often hit hardest. Moffitt Cancer Center is working to address the barriers that keep some groups from getting the care they need. African Americans develop cancer at a younger age, have more aggressive cancers, and experience worse outcomes than the general population.
While cancer treatment is evolving with precision medicine, who is being left behind? We know for many decades that some groups experience a greater burden of cancer than others. We can prevent it, we can detect it early. It's very beatable when we find it early. I have worked with cancer patients during their treatment. All cancer patients have courage.
So my treatment was about 18 months. I had 3 cancers and 7 surgeries. But my son told me, like, Mom, you're the strongest person that I know. Moffitt saved my life.
During COVID-19, Moffitt is a safe place for your cancer care. Call now to schedule an appointment.
See you nodding your head and tapping your feet. In Touch Radio will be right back.
Y'all be playing some of the best music I ever heard.
With more of your OMG jams, we're In Touch Radio.
Hey, this is Agent Wright, better known as Mr. Clean. You looking for some great barbecue? Come see them two brothers on the grill, located at 423 Virginia Street, Charleston, West Virginia. We got ribs, chicken, pulled pork, brisket, collard greens, mac and cheese, baby. Come get some and get you a nice, smooth cigar. 304-550-4431. That is 304-550-4431. Come get some, baby. The Rib Man, mama, the Rib Man.
Too easy, baby.
Oh yeah, I've been telling y'all, drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid, cause the GOAT's in Tampa Bay. And we playing in the Super Bowl.
Hey, M80 say. We're back. Mic'd Up Mondays with yours truly, Michael Clayton. 10 things men need. Oh, yes. If you're just tuning in, 10 things men need. They need support, encouragement, reassurance. Forgiveness. Men need forgiveness. We just stupid. I'm just being honest. We do dumb things. We need honor and respect. We need organization. Some men, I'm telling you, man, they got some brilliant men out there who have that sense of organization. I do. But I promise you, not the majority. We need organization. We need a confidant. We need somebody that we can rely on to talk to. We need that good ear in our life. Men get weak and it ain't cool, but we need somebody that we can share with. We need food, man. We need that good hot plate late. We need a hot plate late. And, man, last and certainly not least, we need the love. We need love. Love. So many people use the name in vain. Yeah. We need the love. If you're a lady out there and you saying to yourself, my man ain't take me out on a date night in 3 months, I'm going to go on record guessing that maybe you might ain't gave him no love in 3 months. That might be the one thing that'll have your man doing everything that you want him to do.
But what you want? You want some food?
What you want? Food? What you want?
Cookies?
Roof Chris? You want me to cook for you, baby? Like, I'm talking like breakfast in the morning. That love will do it for you. That love will have, let me tell you what love will do for, love will have a man folding clothes. Huh? Won't it though?
Changing your habits.
I mean, love will make a man wash the dishes. I mean, sweep the floor. Do these things sound like something that you desire your man to do, ladies? Love will get you there. And I ain't talking about El Gape. I'm talking about that good, I don't want to be wrong.
We married. We good.
What I wanted to say, the right love. I think it's Fallatio. I don't know. I'm stupid. See, I told you. I mean, I'm dumb. I'm wrong. I need forgiveness. Y'all forgive me. But listen, men need to have that oneness, that intimacy often. It needs to be. It's a part of life. You know, you come home at night. Maybe that's the one thing that allows you to open up, communicate. Maybe you're arguing amongst each other. And you don't know how to get that connection back. Love will do it for you. That intimate moment. You know, if you got kids running around, you know, you gotta find a way to make it work. You may need to go down to the Hojo if you ain't got a big bank account. All right, you may need to go down to the $69.99 hotel, motel, Holiday Inn.
Say what?
Yes. Or if you got a little bit to splurge, you go down to the Waterside Marriott in Tampa. You know, maybe you're a Hilton. Everybody loves the Holiday Inn. You go down there, get you a room. You know, put you some rose petals on the bed. And, man, you give that man that love. You give him what he wants, so in turn you can get what you want. I'm telling you, it's beneficial. It's a must. All right, that's my 10 things that men need. Listen, if you master those things, I promise you, your relationship will be better. I'm not saying that those 10 things will make your relationship perfect, but if you master those things and you are intentional about those 10 things, I know that you'll be able to weather any kind of storm, especially if you've mastered the last one. You definitely can weather any storm because every man needs that, wants that, and absolutely adores that oneness with his woman. All right, let's move on to the next topic, man. I started off at the top of the show telling you about my wife telling me about this boy that wanted to date my daughter and wanted to come to his volleyball game. And I just, I don't really play that. My daughter's 15 years old. It's my job to protect her. And I just wasn't feeling it. And I was very frustrated because, one, I got to meet this young man tomorrow at a volleyball game. And one, I'm being honest with you, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that. Exactly. I'm not ready for that. That's what my insides was saying. All right? And number two, I pour into young men all of the time. I speak before men. I try to get them to be their very best self. So, I know that I got to be real with a young man. And I may have to tear him down a little bit, or it may tear him down a little bit for what I got to say behind my daughter. I don't know. So I'm not happy about that.
So the whole bad boy situation?
The whole bad boy situation. Y'all remember the movie? Like, that's how we roll. Like,
Yeah.
You want to talk to my daughter, huh? I said, man, this is what I told the young man. I said, listen, man. I said, what your parents do? And he said, he looked at me, he was shocked. He looked at me, he was like, I got parents. Son, that ain't what I asked you, son. I know you got parents. You here. You here, son. You got
shaking them down. Shake them down.
You got parents. I said, where you live at? All right. He told me where he live. I said, man, what your grades look like? He told me it's good, got good grades. And I said, man, what you want to be when you grow up? And he kind of looked at me with a deer in the headlights look like he'd never been hit with these questions. I was like, listen, man, here's the truth of the matter. My daughter don't have time for nobody who don't know what they want to be in life. All right? You got to figure that out first before I even feel comfortable, before I feel comfortable with you spending time with my daughter. Now, I know my daughter got a mind of her own. She get her cell phone and she may call you. But it's important for you to know that you ain't met the requirement yet. All right? And it was dark, and I told the young man, I didn't tell the young man that when I got in the car. I told my baby girl, I said, baby, I don't know, you got some bad taste. Had little spiders hanging all off his head all nappy. Clean that up. You can have long dreads and all that stuff, but as long as it's neat, I'm okay with it. But if you're looking all nappy, like I'm an entrepreneur. If I won't give you a job based upon your appearance, then you doggone sure ain't good enough to be with my daughter. All right? You need to clean that up a little bit. He just came from a basketball game. I understand that. And then I got a chance to meet the young man the next week. He came to she wanted to go to his basketball game.
Mm.
So, I'm there. Like, oh, you want to go to his game? All right, let's roll. Daddy, you want to go on a date with Daddy? She was like, Daddy, let's go on a date. I was like, cool. Boom. Where we going? She was like, we going to see such and such. I was like, wait a minute. How you going to go on a date with Daddy, but yeah, you trying to go see?
What you said?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like,
I'm like, wait, what? I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So I walked in the gym and, hey, man, Buddy did his thing. Scored 20 points. He was out there balling.
Mm.
He looked like a little toothpick when I saw him, but he got some skills. Probably an opportunity to play D1 basketball. And I sat there and I looked at him in his eyes. I said, man, well, you ain't ugly. Dark brother. Had his hair looking a little bit neater. I said, man, I told my baby, and this is what I told him to scare him a little bit, because I said, listen, I'm honest now. I said, man, I told my daughter that you was ugly. I said, man, you ain't ugly. You a good-looking young man. I wanted to give him some confidence to let him know that I ain't all the way against him, because in this culture, man, I'm telling you, if you try to be that brick wall and not let your daughters date, they're going to be the worst thing in the streets. They're going to be rebellious, and they're going to do it anyway. So you got to find, in this day and age, you got to find creative ways to kind of, nurture that. How many more? We wrapping up?
No. We still got like one more short.
Oh, we got one more break. All right. And so, I told the young man that, and I spent some time with him and talked to him and all of that. But, the thing that I want really to come out of this is like, the oneness in a marriage, when sometimes mothers know things that fathers don't know. And y'all think it's cool to withhold this information. And the reality is, if your husband is anything like me, who's very protective of his children, then we need time to process things like this, especially with our daughters. And I know it's a double standard. I got a son, and I'm sorry, I don't feel the same way. I'm just being honest. My son just went to Busch Gardens with 4 girls, with 4 girls. And, you know, I didn't think nothing of it. I said, man, that's cool. You know, that's real cool. Now, if my daughter was going to Busch Gardens with 4 dudes, that just wouldn't happen in my house. I don't even know why I said that. It just wouldn't happen. I don't know why it's like that. All right, but listen, that's just the way it is. Ain't no woman or ain't no book gonna try to change a man's mind about how he feel about his daughters and how he views his son. I'm sorry. Sometimes we probably need to do a self-check. I probably need to be concerned about my son. I do need to read some books and educate myself. All right, and when we come back, we're gonna talk more about this topic of dating daughters.
Oh, yeah.
Buccaneer. One eye patch like a buccaneer. How you wanna ship, you ain't a buccaneer. 12 shots on me like a buccaneer. Diamonds on me shining cause a buccaneer.
Oh, Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer. I got the man to do the leg work for you. We tried the other ones before, so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay, call Ricky, he coming. He taking care of state of Florida, grab a pen of sundown. 184-361-RICK. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky. It's a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and getting you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
Too easy, baby.
Oh yeah, I've been telling y'all, drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid, cause the GOAT's in Tampa Bay. And we playing in the Super Bowl.
Welcome back. You mic'd up on Monday mornings with yours truly, Michael Clayton. If you're just tuning in, you're going to have to press the rewind button. You got to go back, and we went over 10 things that men need. That was specifically for my ladies out there who are married, who are maybe going through some tough times. We got on the topic of discussion about dating daughters, and my daughter just turned 15. She has a driver's permit, so I let her drive to school every day. She's with me. I let her drive next to me to school every day just so I can kind of get comfortable. So when I do give her the keys, I fully know that she can handle herself. We need time. We need time to process things. I remember when my wife was mad at me for letting my daughter drive when she was 14. And I'm like, baby, it's the back road. We live in the country. Like, she got to learn somehow, some way. And I was driving at 9. You know what I mean? My daddy let me drive at 9 years old when we pull in the neighborhood. But what I'm getting at is like we need time to process things when it comes to our children. And a lot of times when we have daughters, the best friend in the daughter's life is mama. And she tell everything to mama. Now, the appropriate thing that's supposed to happen is mama is supposed to bring the information back to daddy so that we can have the same time that you had to process these things. Men need more time to process these things. Don't throw things on us last minute. Your daughter pregnant. Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
Don't say that. No,
what?
No.
What?
No.
What? Wait a minute. I didn't know she was dating.
No, wait.
Oh, she been dating since she was 15. I didn't know. Mamas, we got to relate this information to men because I'm telling you, I have discussions with my daughter every day. I set a standard. I let her know what I'll go for and what I won't go for. My wife wanted me to meet the young man, and the young man wanted to meet me. But my daughter, from talking to her almost every day, knows that when you get comfortable, you bring the person to me that you're interested in, and I tell her, I won't respect no boy who won't come up and meet me. That's bottom line. I'm not going to approve of any boy who don't come to me and holler at me first. So therefore, my daughter understands my standard, and I was saying no to the young boy, but then after her volleyball game, guess what she did? She know how daddy operate. And it was tough for her to do that, which I wanted to be tough. So if you know that I'm tough and you bring it to me now, I got to be sincere and I got to be kind and loving because my daughter just brought this young man to me. She know I'm the big bad wolf when it comes to protecting you.
Right.
So therefore, I got to change it up. Oh, this is different. She bringing him into the furnace. Okay, so I ain't gonna pounce on the young man when my daughter brings him to me. I'm gonna understand that this took a lot for my daughter to bring him to me because she knows my standard. So now I gotta carry myself appropriately. And sometimes that's hard to do if we don't have all the information, and our women can kind of help us in that mode. That goes back to the support that we talked about in our opening segment. We gotta find a way to kind of, get us involved in our daughters' lives and keep us abreast of what's going on. I wanted to talk briefly before we leave y'all about an event that's coming up. It's just in the play. There's no advertisement out there yet. Myself, Maurice Vernon, who is AKA Super Dad, and Frank Murphy, my former teammate, a lot of know him as Murph Time. We all do a lot of community service work, and we are putting together kind of like a retreat or a seminar for young people. The topic of the retreat or gathering will be deployment. All right, and we're going to bring you some different ways to talk about deploying something. When you think about deploying, you are organizing an army to go gather territory. And what we want to do is bring a message to our young people, and we're going to do that on December 4th. So be on the lookout for that. All right, it's going to be real big. It's going to be powerful, and the purpose is to impact our young people, both men and women. Families are encouraged to come. Everybody's encouraged to come and join us on that day, December 4th. It's a Saturday. Be on the lookout for the information. Also, one thing that I'm very proud about, my daughter, I told y'all she plays volleyball. She had a tournament 2 weeks ago, and just so happened I got to meet some of the other dads who were on the opposing teams. And we've been playing against each other for years, so we see each other in passing, but we never really stop and talk to each other. So we sat down at a picnic table at my daughter's school, and we just began to talk. And all of a sudden, God just entered into the conversation, and we all felt that we were like-minded men, spiritual men, who wants to impact our children in the positive way. So what we are deciding to do is we're planning a volleyball retreat, all right, for our ladies. And the fathers are going to get together. So if you are the father of a daughter who plays volleyball or any sport, all right, I want y'all to reach out to me on the In Touch News platform, because I want y'all invited to this retreat where the sole purpose of this retreat is going to be to introduce them to God. Sometimes we don't have that right platform. Sometimes you need other people. We've heard the saying, it takes a village to raise our children. We want to inject God into our young ladies, and we want to do it from the perspective of the fathers giving it to their daughters. So we came up with a great idea. We're going to do it at my house. So it's going to be invite only. So if you have a daughter who's playing sports, especially volleyball, I want to get a chance to know you, meet you, and I want our daughters to kind of click-clack. We don't have a lot of young black athletes who play sports, females, volleyball, in this city. So when I do see young black kids, young kids of color, females who are playing the sport of volleyball. I just want to be able to add some platforms where we can make an impact in our kids' lives, and we can do it together as fathers. So I'm putting that together, me and the fathers that I met with. So if you are interested in joining me in that retreat, it's going to be at my house. We're going to have, the massage therapy is going to be there for the ladies. We're going to watch a few movies. We're going to get their nails done. We're going to do a lot of different things for them, and we're going to have this all planned out. So listen, y'all stay tuned. Thank y'all for joining me. Next Monday, we right back at it again. We'll give you more Bucks talk, and thank y'all all for tuning in. You're mic'd up on Monday morning with yours truly, Michael Clayton, and we are out of here.
Buccaneer, one eye patch like a buccaneer. How you wanna ship, you ain't a buccaneer.